begins to happen to you, what happens here is you bear the image of Christ. You create in His image and in His likeness, but it's a journey to getting there. And the journey is the journey of the realm of the Spirit until we touch it. One of the ways is by prayer. You stay there until you begin to go far. That's when it's easy. When God says, give me all your salary, you can give. You are bearing the image, the likeness of God. What is in His heart is in your heart. You know it. And when He comes, He says anything, you say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We need to get to that place so that the devil can't bargain with us in this town. We need to get to that place. He says, ye are gods. Ye are gods. So that means that there's a God dimension in your life. It's not in you. And one of the ways is to travel far, deep into that Spirit, into God Himself, so that you can wear Him. And when you wear Him, anywhere you go, you give out the dimensions of God. I have sworn to myself, I will not stop. I will not stop until that place is my habitation. And everywhere I go, people must know God. People must give their lives to Christ. Because God is in a hurry. The devil knows that his time is up. So he's doing everything. And we need people who have known Christ, the dimensions of Christ, who know Jesus, to be in front, to be at the front. Otherwise, we will utterly fail. The world will remain in darkness. These are the four purposes of prayer in our season. Prayer in our season. To be re-engineered, to be revived, to legislate and to litigate, and to bear and to wear Christ. To wear Christ. It says, Colossians chapter 1 verse 27. Christ in me. Christ in us. What? The hope of glory. The glory can only come if Christ is in me. Can we wear Christ? Can we push? Can we say, I have tried the things of the world, but now I want to pursue Christ until He's born in me, and I display His glory, and I display His power, and I can come and say, hello sister. That sister will be hungry for God. Is it possible? Can I become a witness? Can we become witnesses? There's somebody who is supposed to be here. She's a great witness in this house. She's a great witness. In the days to come, you will see her rise and mount up with the wings like the eagles. And people will begin to mount up in the heights of heaven, in the way of the Spirit, and will begin to know who they are, what they are. These are some of the reasons why we sit and we wait on the Lord, why we sit and we say, I will work during the day, I will fast at night. I will work during the day, I will pray at night, until Christ is formed in me, until the devil can no longer bargain with me. You know, I said to someone, sometimes you might not have money, you'll be poor. And you will see women, for example, and you won't have desire for them. Partially because you know you can't get them. But the day the Lord puts, for example, 1 million rand in your hands, the Lord puts 1 million rand in your hands, you have a passport and you can fly. You can go to Miami and sit at the beach and pick whichever one you want. Let's see now. It's God. I would rather go to Miami and stand at the beach and let John cry, a voice in the wilderness crying, prepare the way of the Lord, and people will come. These are my reasons of staying in the place of prayer. These are my reasons. I will stay. And I'm inviting you. I heard my parents say in their day, they would pray all day long. Brothers and sisters in the church, they would pray all day long. In the Pastor Victor was telling me, they would meet and they would just pray. This one will begin to prophesy. Knowing this, when the Spirit leaves this one, goes into the next, they prophesy. Leave this one. Where are we? In the church, we no longer get it. Whereas, brethren, we get. Me and my wife, before we got married, that's what we were doing. We prayed, and in the house we prayed, and we will carry on praying. She didn't know I was struggling with prayer. I don't know why. Perhaps worry. I don't know what the case was. She started fasting. Prayer, power broke out in the room. Prayer, power. Hey! And all of a sudden God said, pray and fast. And the energy to pray broke. And I started praying with energy that cannot be explained. Do you know what you can do in your house? Do you know what we can do for our children? Can we stand on our feet? Acts chapter 1, verse 12. And these all continued in prayer. If you have heard the word this morning, and you know you might lack the grace just to stay and look on the Lord and pray. We have a Father in the house who prays. God can use him this morning for someone. If you truly understood the message, you will become serious about this thing you call prayer. You will become extremely serious. And if that is you this morning, you are saying, Lord, the grace to stay until you come. The grace to stay until you fill me up. Lord, the grace to stay. I want you to come to the front. Come to the front. I want you to come. Me, I told myself today, it will begin with me first. I don't want to be the last one today. Sometimes I don't get to be prayed for. I'm here first, Pastor Victor. I need a heightened measure. I need a heightened grace to stay. Even when I'm tired, even when I'm distracted, to stay and pray. Because there are nations that must be born in me. If that's you, and you want to partner up with us, and to be